A recent Anti-Defamation League report has found that severe harassment online has gone up 22% over the last 12 months. That's an increase from 18% to 20% in 2023. The ADL says that the harassment was dominated by an unprecedented surge in anti-Semitism on and offline. Anti-Defamation League CEO and National Director Jonathan Greenblatt joins us right now with more of those results. Hate and harassment up incredibly sharply. What's going on?
Yeah, we know that social media is a super spreader of anti-Semitism and bigotry of all forms. And I think what we're seeing now, Becky, is it's just exploded. Events in the Middle East, polarization here in America, and as you said, 18 to 22%, half of teenagers between 13 and 17 report having been harassed online. The numbers are staggering.
Yeah, we were just talking about how the Surgeon General is trying to get Congress to just allow them to put a warning on social media for parents saying it could be bad news.
There's truth to it. Like, I think we'll look back on giving our 13-year-olds phones like as if we were handing them packs of cigarettes. I mean, this is a dangerous thing to give to a kid who doesn't have the cognitive abilities, the emotional maturity to handle it.
It's not the phone, though. It's the social media.
It's the social media that's on every phone. This is the way that you're giving predators and bullies like 24/7 access to your kids. Now, at the end of the day, I mean, we've seen particularly minorities, LGBTQ, Muslims, and Jews being harassed serially on social media.
The harassment for Muslims even outstrips that for Jews.
It does. It's like 47% people who identify as Muslim report having been harassed online. 40+% of Jewish people report changing their behaviors so they don't seem Jewish. We've seen this. I've heard many stories about Jewish people like changing their names in their Uber apps, their Lyft apps, so the drivers don't know that they're Jewish.
Yeah, I mean, we were just talking off camera, but there was an incident here in New York last week, I think, where in a subway chain, people chanting, you have the opportunity to get off here if you're Jewish.
It's pretty much. They said if all Zionists, any of Zionists will be safe if they're not. Look, they use the term Zionist. What they really mean is Jewish. Yeah. And we've seen, I mean, this is of concern to, I think, all your viewers. We've seen attacks on Zionist businesses across the country. There's no such thing as a Zionist business. It's just if the owners are Israeli or Jewish. And it's ugly. Starbucks have been, I used to work at Starbucks. I've heard from people inside the company. Hundreds of Starbucks across America have been vandalized, with like Free Gaza and the red triangles. The only connection Starbucks has to Israel is Howard Schultz, the founder,
has given money to
Jewish. That's it. They don't have any stores in Israel. So this is, again, attacks on companies, attacks on businesses because they seem Jewish.
Is that true that you have to be Jewish to be a Zionist?
Absolutely not.
No, I know, because I get
baloney.
People call me that constantly, so I think I can be a Zionist.
I wish you and I were on that train, Joe, and we could have raised our hand when they said.
Right.
Because I don't think these people realize that not only are 90+% of American Jews, quote unquote, Zionist, scores and scores of millions of Christians and people without faith and whatnot are also Zionists.
It seems like a hard concept that you've got one friendly Western democracy in the entire region, and it might be a good idea to support that democracy.
You have to understand these protesters are not really sort of like pro-Palestinian. They're anti-Western. They're not really pro-peace. They're anti-Israel. There's an anti-capitalist thread running through this that's louder and louder each and every day.
So what's to be done?
Well, I think on the cyber front, there are a few things. Again, I think what the Surgeon General is proposing, the K Street money not aside, it should happen. Parents need to understand.
It's just the bare minimum. The idea that we've never been able to do anything to protect kids online is
I think
insane.
It's crazy. So there's a new piece of legislation that Debbie Wasserman Schultz and Don Bacon, a Democrat and Republican, proposed. It's called the Doxing Threat Assessment Act to give federal authorities the ability to deal with some of the bad stuff happening on social media. That's a good thing. I think, secondly, the companies need to sort of broaden transparency access, standardize the way we can see that what they're doing, especially on the Gen AI stuff. That's a big black box that we need to solve. But then lastly, we've talked on the show before, Section 230. Make the companies liable when they publish libel. You guys are responsible here at CNBC if you slander or lie. The biggest, most profitable companies on the planet should have the same level of accountability.
Agree 100%. What about offline?
look, offline, I think we've got to look at the masking laws. So this is not easy to do. Governor Hochul's talking about it. You need the right framework that protects free speech. But people concealing their identities to menace and threaten minorities is crazy, number one. Number two, we need consequences applied. We need Alvin Bragg in this city and DAs across the country to hold people accountable for the hate crimes that they're pushing.
The anti-masking laws were originally set up to go after the KKK.
That's right.
When they would wear hoods.
Because legislators understood in the 50s and the 60s that marching down Main Street wearing a white hood meant you weren't just there to, use to do free expression. Walking down Main Street, concealing your identity today, or being on a college campus and assaulting your classmates shouldn't be permitted.
You have a high degree of confidence Alvin Bragg is going to help you here?
DAs all over the country need to start doing the right thing.
Skirting my question.
I haven't talked to DA Bragg about it personally, but look, it's not a matter of the who, it's a matter of the what, and the what is consequences if you break the law.
Sometimes it's the who a little bit.
Yeah, the who matters too, don't get me wrong. Yeah. But I think we need, and look, there's something else that can happen. The federal government needs to look at this. I think it's a violation of civil rights when you prevent people from, because of how they pray or where they're from enjoying the full access to society. So there's civil rights violations afoot that need to be considered.